Hey everyone. Now, I don't really like making, for lack of better terms, serious videos. I am a big believer in, I like making people laugh and, feel good. Or at least try to. But, looking at what's happened over the past couple of days, at the time of recording, we are in a very serious time where I feel like hate is winning over. Now, what do I mean by that? I've spent about the past day or so familiarizing myself with Charlie Kirk's content and what he was about, what he did, what he stood for. Man, it's a crazy how a stranger's death, who I'll be honest, I didn't care for the man. Because I didn't know him. I had no stakes whatsoever. If you can't tell, I'm not American. So, for this to hit as hard as it is, really goes to show. Now, when I say I don't care about Charlie Kirk, I mean I don't care for his political standpoints or his religious views. Because they don't really affect me. I don't care if he thinks, hey, don't drink alcohol. A good Christian would do this. I don't care. Religious myself, I'm just whatever. It's like, hey, you do what you do. What I do care about is the family he is tragically left behind. Not out of his own choice. The fact this life is now forced on a grieving mother, a loving wife, and two children who have to grow up knowing their father was murdered by radicalized opinions that weren't kept in check by the higher-ups. And this is platforms like Twitch who let people like Hassan just spew hate. It really is insane to me how... I mean, I could go on Twitch right now, load up a Hassan stream. I don't know why I would, but I could. And people would be celebrating his death. These are the people that are the problem. Now, regardless of which political party you stand on, whether you're a Democrat, Republican, hopefully I've got those two right. I believe the Democrats see the left and Republicans are right. Please feel free to correct me. I'm not fully aware. A big problem right now is it's either you're left or you're right. And by that I mean you could be very centralist. I believe that's the term. You could be centralist or like central with right-leaning, central left-leaning. But if you so much as diverge from that, you are either far right or far left. In my opinion, and I'm a fucking nobody on the internet, let's be honest. I'm only doing this because people should be talking about this. People should be raising a red... Oh. So I'm getting tongue-tied because it's hard not to feel, for lack of better terms, outraged that this man was murdered. Murdered, assassinated, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what you call it. He's dead. And that really fucking sucks. Not just for his family, mostly for his family, but it sucks because this is the state of the world we're currently living in. And I don't want to live in this world. Or I don't want to live in a world like that, because that's fucking shit, man. Like, straight up, I don't want to walk outside and go, well, today's the day I got murdered for a political belief. Even over in the UK, I'm feeling very... Okay, I don't want to express any opinions right now, but fuck it, I'll do it because I can't read social cues. But it's just... I hope everyone over there in America is staying safe and just really... hopefully focusing on the most important thing right now. And that is, don't let hate win. Because the person, or people's, I don't know, who murdered Charlie Kirk, they were filled with so much hate and rage and bile, just constantly being spoon-fed to them by these news outlets, social media platforms. Just, it's a constant drip feed of hate. And we just need to be better. People really do. People need to be held accountable. If you go on Twitter right now, in fact, Twitter right now, Tectone, Don't Left Guys, calling for the deaths of Asmongold. And it's a shame because, like I said, the tolerant left. Now this is the radicalized, the people who are just spoon-fed hate rhetoric day after day after day. It's not everybody, but people are going to be lumped in now. All these 70 posts are most likely going to be all about Charlie Kirk. And rightly fucking so. They should all be about Charlie Kirk. This is disgusting that it happened. I'm going to be honest. After seeing some of the debates Charlie Kirk had, we needed more people like that. Just willing to go out and talk. You might disagree. I mean, hell, he disagreed with some of the people who talked to him and challenged him. But he was still respectful and tolerant about it. Very well thought out. Very well spoken. Clearly knew his shit. And it's so tragic that a sharp, bright mind like that, at the age of 31, I mean, that's... People always joke, oh, you've hit 30? Okay, unk. You've reached unk status. Yeah, go and retire. Do you realise how young that is? That is still... I mean, guys, I'm 29 myself. Man, just letting it hit you now. 31 years old. His kids... I don't know how... Oh my god. And people are cheering about this. That's the worst thing. People online will be cheering about this. And some people don't care. People are like, whatever, it doesn't affect me. I'll admit, I was a little bit like that. I was like, okay, it's over in America. It is what it is. And then, 5 minutes later, I thought, no, wait a minute. A human being just lost his life. Like I said, regardless of where your political standpoint, your religious views, your world views, just think about his kids, man. And some people out there going, oh, they'll probably be better off without him. No, they won't. Okay? Oh, Jesus. I'm not the most religious man. I am religious. I'm not the most religious man. But yeah, I will be praying for his family. Okay, so I want to show this just to really drive home what the world has lost in a great debater and a great conversationalist. Okay. Now you're probably thinking, oh god, it's one of these people. And you know what you're thinking about. But when you see someone dressed like this, you know what you're thinking. Okay. Just watch this.
Everybody, do me a favor. Please be respectful, okay?
Within the first 4 seconds, everybody please be respectful, okay? I feel like I don't need to play the remaining 1 minute 19 seconds. That alone should just tell you how fucking senseless this is and what we've lost. But you know what? Out of respect for Charlie Kirk, we're going to play all of it.
Hello. So I have a few leading questions before my main one, because I have to be honest, I don't really know that much about you. So would you say that you're very religious?
I am religious. However, every one of my political positions is defensible from a non-religious.
Which, by the way, just to point out, you are seeing this correctly. I won't be open. No bulletproof glass, no nothing. He's just there to talk.
Perspective.
Okay, great. So I was under the impression that your beliefs on abortion were stemming from your religious beliefs.
Well, at the core, that is correct, but I can get that it is defensible from using reason and prudence, as I have done the last couple
Cool.
of...
So you're not trying to illegalize abortion based on the Bible.
Well, no, not based on the Bible. My personal conviction comes from the Bible. I want to make abortion illegal because it is the only applicable extension of laws we already and standards we already have in the West. Correct.
I'm sorry, can you maybe rephrase that?
Eliminating abortion is the only logical step while we apply the standard we already have in this country to unborn life. So we have murder laws.
Yes.
Therefore, murder laws should apply to unborn life as it does to born life.
Okay. So, again, reiterating, you're not trying to instate laws based on Christian.
That right there. You don't have to disagree. You don't have to agree with it. You do not have to agree with what he just said. I know I don't. I think people should have a right to abortion. But that entire exchange was so, at least in my view, very respectful. The person asking the question said, could you rephrase that? And he did so willingly and honestly very respectfully and a lot easier. Within the first 4 seconds he said, everybody show respect. And right now, people aren't showing him and his family the respect he deserves and they deserve. I get now why people are saying, oh, I'm becoming more radicalized by the day. But I do implore the people saying that, and just everybody right now, don't let hate win. I don't think that's what Charlie Kirk would have wanted. And, yeah. But what needs to be better, we all know how to make it better, and violence isn't the one. It might seem that way because that's all anybody's talking about right now, but it's not. Nice, open discussions, constantly, communication. Charlie Kirk said it best. When people stop talking, that is when violence occurs. The world lost a great man. Whether you want to believe it or not, we lost a great man. And we're a worse off place for it.